Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel after I don't know what, after the madness. 3-4. Unbelievable. Like, I think so many things about this game are unbelievable. The fact that we scored 4 goals, the fact we went down 3-1 up to the 68th minute and we still managed to win that game. The fact that we almost even managed to throw away that game once again within the game is just, well, it sums up basically our season. It's just, this is our season. It's a roller coaster. Usually based on a few games. Today it was based on one game. Like, in one game we witnessed everything. We needed to win. We won. That's the most important thing. At the end of the day, there are still so many issues. Let's be real. There are so many positives also, which is a good thing for once. There are some positive things. We will talk about it. I don't want to dwell on too much about the negative things because we know what the negative things are, and we've seen that up to the 3-1. Slow starts. No urgency to play. We lost so many balls when we tried to move up the pitch. We misplaced so many passes, like a lot of them. So the usual mistakes happen up to the 68th minute. Even when we got the 1-1, it wasn't really deserved. Like, we were not in the game. It was a great goal, but like, it came out of nowhere basically. So that's that. That's the negative, and we know the negative. Another negative is we're missing the leg for the next game. Which is his own fault because he made a stupid decision. He shouldn't have done that with his hand. He did that. I tweeted out. He kind of let his team down at that point. Like, just throw your body into it, not with your hands. You know there's VAR, and he got a deserved penalty, red card. So those are the negative things. I can talk about Keane. He wasn't good. We've all seen that. We can keep talking about those players. And we can do, and probably we will do that moving forward. But for today, we needed the 3 points. We got 3 points in a game where we kind of struggle many times, and we struggle from the get-go. Roma were on it. We had no answers at all. Then second half, we come out of the locker room. We can see an unlucky goal, even when De Chilio should have done better and not just back down. 20 meters, just step out and make the challenge or force Mkhitaryan to do something else. And then the 3-1, amazing free kick. And it was like, this is our season. Like, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And we were rightfully so fuming because it was bad. It was once again what it was. And then, I don't know what happened then. Everything changed. Like, everything just flipped on us, and it flipped on us when Morata and Arthur came up, but especially Morata. We gave him a lot of stick, everybody, because he was not performing. He was unbelievable today. He didn't score, but that's fine. What he did was key. For me, he's the man of the match today. He changed the game completely. He flipped it. Around. Roma had absolutely no idea how to stop him, which is kind of insane if you think how we played the last few games, and if you just get that back to now, and if you see this result, what he did today, it's unbelievable. Just unbelievable what he did today when he came on. He flipped the game. On the first goal, just brilliant. The way he cuts back, the cross was amazing. It was just pinpoint. Great header, great finish from Locatelli, and then you can feel it. Like, after the 3-2, you can feel this is not over. Like, we can still get something out of this, and we got it out of it. We got it back like a few minutes after that. Again, Quadrado, great ball from Locatelli. Quadrado, Morata again involved. Kulusevski on the right place, finishes 3-3, and then, well, the last player everybody expected to score, De Chilio, with his second ever goal in Serie A. He turns it around, 3-4, unbelievable, and then the leg happens, Chesney, save, unbelievable, as I said many times before, penalties, I struggle to find someone else I want to go bar Chesney, especially if it's Roma. But just in general, he's very good on penalties. He did his thing, even in the last minute when he stopped Abraham. That was risky, but he knew what he was doing. He got the ball, and that's that. 3-4. I still cannot believe it. Like if you just sit back and think about the first 20 minutes, the first 60, 70 minutes almost, you would think, what is this? This is going the wrong direction really, really quickly. It felt like we were just in free fall, not for this game, but just moving forward. Like we were gonna lose games just by turning up. That's the feeling you got from the team. Like it was that. Like there was no fight, there was no spirit, anything. The guy who is up for discussion now, and people are questioning, does he have the motivation to do what he needs to do for the club? And that's Morata. I've always said I don't rate Morata, but I will never doubt his commitment to the club. So I will never doubt the fact, or I'll never put in question the fact that he will step up that pitch and do what he needs to do and go for it, give it his all. If his all is not good on the day, that's fine. But I never had any doubt that he would do that, and he did that big time today. It was just, for me, he's the man of the match, and he deserves a lot of credit because he wasn't good. He wasn't good the last games. He was struggling, but he flipped the game completely. And the other player I want to talk about is Arthur. In the week we talked about, can you really not play him as a 6 to move up Locatelli? He came on. He didn't really play as a 6 the entirety of the game, but he did at most part of the game. And long term, I don't know, but you need to roll the dice, and not even the dice. Like you need to trust him that he can do a job. He will make mistakes, but it will free up Locatelli more, and you can see that when Locatelli plays higher up the pitch, it's different. It's different for him. It's different for us. Like he offers way more when he can play higher up the pitch. Like he can because he can control the ball. He can play a pass, good passes, very good passes over the top because he does that. In the first half, I think one was just a little bit overhit for Dybala, but if you give him like 5 of those in a game, he will pick out twice. He will pick the player out twice, and a good chance will come from that. So I think at this point, Allegri just needs to throw away every thought process, every commitment he has made with himself, basically, and just trust Arthur to do that. He will make mistakes, we know that, but I think it will benefit us. It will benefit us if you can move up Locatelli up the pitch a bit. It will. This was a crazy game, and again, 20 minutes, he did well, but the most important thing I found is, okay, we fought back, that's insane, like I still cannot believe it that we did that, but when we fell to 10 men, we managed a way to close out the game, like we did. Chiellini, very important in that, but also Kulusevski, all those players, they were finally throwing themselves for the ball, blocking shots. They were, I don't know, it felt like they finally got the message. I'm not saying this is going to change everything, because I tweeted out the management should be embarrassed for what is happening, and they still should. Like 20 minutes is not going to change 2 years. It isn't. It's just, that's a fact. Don't let the last 20 minutes change the whole narrative around the club, or the whole feeling around the club, because it's not good enough. And we should be angry. We should be disappointing with the management. Excuse me. And we should call it out for it. Call them out for it, because this is not going to solve anything the last 20 minutes, because we've seen that. Not to this extent, because this is insane, this is crazy, but we have seen us playing bad games, and then the next game we kind of turn around, we go on a little run, and then we fall back into old habits. So we've seen that. So it's still okay to say that the club messed up a couple of years, and we know that. But today we needed 3 points. We got 3 points. We got it in the most crazy fashion there is out there. But I don't know. People will say this maybe be a little turnaround. Not the way we played, because we didn't play great. Again, the last 20 minutes were just like everything we hit on goal, on target, was in. Like, it was just madness. We still didn't play particularly well. We did play better in the second half, I think. Even when we were 3-1 down, we kind of moved the ball better than in the first half. So I don't think this is going to change the entire season for us. But maybe it changed the mindset of the club, from Allegri. It changes the mindset of the players that, well, it's not over until it's over, and we can actually play if we want to play, and we can actually force goals if we want to do it. Because, again, De Sciglio is his second goal in a Serie A playing career. And he was there. He was there, and he scored that goal. So that's, how do you want to say it? That's kudos to him, because I think he played a good game. But just for believing in it, Kulusevski got his chance. It wasn't, like I said it many times, it's hit and miss with Kulusevski. On the ball, it's more times miss than hit, but you get something out of it at the end most of the time. And today you got something out of it. Morata, finally, he showed up. And people will say Locatelli is man of the match. He was the best player out there until Morata came out, in my opinion. He was vital for us getting the 3 points. I cannot stress how important these 3 points are. You put Roma more behind you, but the gap with Napoli remains 5 points. I think 4 with Atalanta, or the other way around, but they have a game in hand, Atalanta, so you need to fixate on Napoli now, and that's still the frustrating part, that we didn't took points from them, because Milan and Inter, they're playing on their own. Like, we're not going to catch them. They're not going to go into a top 4 race. It's just us 3, basically. It's Juve, Atalanta, and Napoli, and Napoli are the weakest side out of, not the weakest side, but the most likely side to mess it up compared to Atalanta. So that's a frustrating part at the end of a crazy week. It is. But again, we needed 3 points. We got the 3 points. Supercoppa, Cuadrado is suspended. You know what I think about the Supercoppa. I think we have bigger problems at the moment. If we win it, great. But we have bigger issues at the moment. Just squad-wise, position-wise. Like, it's like even Arrivabene's pre-match comment on Dybala, basically saying he needs to prove himself. Like, you can feel it's not sitting right at the club, and he emphasizing that we need to make top 4. Like, there's no ifs and buts. You need to make top 4. All those things bundled into one. It's still a long way to go, and we need to be prepared for it. And you can only prepare for it by spending money, and for money you need top 4. You need Champions League football. It is what it is. So yeah, let me know in the comments who your man of the match was, basically. What you think of the team performance, because it was like, I want to say a game of 2 halves, but it was like a game of 70 and 20 minutes. Like, insane, crazy game. But we've done the business. We've done what we needed to do. We got the 3 points. Before I forget, Chiesa, that will be a massive miss. It doesn't look good. I think you just should be happy he didn't torn anything, but I think he will be out for at least a month. Once again, it doesn't look good, and that's big miss, especially because Dybala cannot stay fit, and Chiesa just returned. So, and we need to play big games. We still need to play Atalanta. We need to go to Milan in 2 weeks' time. So that's a big miss. But for tonight, 3 points. So yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the game. Ciao.